Hi, today we are going to talk about critical thinking, and we're going to have a simple explanation that will help us understand this term. Now, basically, critical thinking is a skill that allows people to make informed decisions. There are a lot of important questions in life, and everyone has to make those decisions for themselves if they're going to be a satisfied individual. So you're wondering, where should I go to college? Who should I vote for in the next election? Can I trust the information I'm reading on this website? If you're on Facebook, sometimes I receive hoax emails talking about, if you send this to 12 people, you'll get an iPad in the mail. Things like that you have to be able to figure out are not accurate. Then what do I really believe? Is this church right for me? Should abortions be legal? Do I think I should have a firearm in the house? Things like those are decisions that are important and they should be made individually. Let's see. People are thinking critically if they make sure they understand the basic issue, consider more than one point of view, attempt to see reasons why both sides of an argument have good points, research important issues for more specific information, and carefully weigh the pros and cons of the decision. Now, using critical thinking skills will help make sure that an individual thinks about an issue and decides completely for him or herself what the right course of action might be. So we're going to look at an example of how or what one should do if they're trying to make a decision and they want to think critically. Now, you might be surprised, I suppose, by my topic here. Should I drink more milk? I was very surprised to hear that there is a controversy about whether or not milk is very good for you. So let's think about how we would address that and how we would make our decision. Okay, first we want to make sure that we completely understand the basic issue. Now, advertising suggests that people should drink more milk, just like the got milk that we just saw. They claim that milk is a great source of calcium, it helps build strong bones, and overall does a body good. Everyone has heard that phrase, does a body good, for milk. Now, on the other side, some scientists say that we should drink less milk. They are claiming that it could be a source of cancer, it helps lead to obesity, and it's overall bad for our health. Now, how do we decide who's right? How do we decide which side of this issue we're going to believe and agree with? Everyone needs to make that decision on their own. I can't make it for you, and you need to make sure that you are clearly understanding what's involved. First, you want to research the issue. Why do some people think milk is bad for you? The issue is thoroughly explained on the website procon.org. And this is a great website to see how things are good or bad, what different sides say about it. So I go to this page and it's asking, is milk healthy for humans? We've got core questions, top 10 pro and cons. It tells you like how long this has been an issue. And then it has like a little summary here where it explains what the issue is. See, it even says, does the body good? That's pleasing. And then we have the proponents, people who agree that we should drink more milk, and opponents, people who say that we drink too much already. One thing I would do is probably go to top 10 pros and cons. And if you look here, you can look up these people. So this is for a doctor's advice on milk, and these are just a couple that they chose. If you want to see more advice from doctors about this issue, you could click there and it gives you, look, all of these different quotes. It gives you the credentials of the person who said it. If I click on this man, it tells me what he's involved with, what publications he's done. So you can definitely look at the source and decide if it's the right one for you. Now, let's go back to here. Okay. Now, you also want to consider the source of information. I was showing you, you can look up who made these comments. The procon.org provides sources for and frequently links to research. So I just linked to some research just now on the site. Both sides of the issue will explain their beliefs, and it asks why there might, ask yourself when you're reading this, why might there be conflicting information? Why would one side say that milk is healthy and the other side say it's not? You know, how are they making that determination? Have they done experiments? Have they done tests? Which side has more evidence? Okay. And then you want to say which side lists arguments from groups who are more trustworthy. Now, it has information from doctors on both sides, okay? But let's say the argument was between milk and all of the advertisements about got milk that you see in magazines or on TV. And the other side was all the doctors in the world. Probably the one that would be the most trustworthy, if that were the case, would be the doctors, because they have advanced degrees and probably have researched it a lot. For this particular situation, the community is divided. People on both sides, doctors on both sides of the issue, make the argument that you should or should not. Let's see. Step 3. You want to try to see value and flaws in the opinions on both sides. Is it possible that each side is right about some things? And what problems do you notice? Does anything seem like it doesn't really fit? Is one group basing all of their agreement on one issue? Those things are important and we need to think about them when we're trying to make a decision. Okay. Step 4. You make an informed personal decision about your milk intake. No decision has to be set in stone, so if you feel differently later, change your habits. Avoid letting other people make your decisions for you. Okay? This is what critical thinking is. You actually taking the time, dissecting the information, making sure that we're not listening to people's bias, and finally deciding for ourselves. This is a life skill, and hopefully this video has helped you understand it.